Hello everyone, my name is Deckerlink the Trained Unprofessional, and welcome back to Winds of Change. On the last episode, we're gonna have to sit on the floor, or at least we found out that we will. On this one, we're actually going to have to sit on the floor, so let's just get on with it.
I think we were going to say the same thing to you. I mean, the SEER had a vision last night. A big one. Hopefully we have enough time to get through all of this.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I'm past the point of subtlety. So, in the interest of time, I'll get right to it. The induction ceremony is henceforth cancelled.
Oh shit.
What? You can't be serious. You hype us all up and take it away? There better be an explanation for this.
Fortame is fuming with anger and very upset. I guess Miles was right, plans have changed. The timing, along with my vision, was odd. But the timing.
What's going on here, Miles?
And what the fuck going on?
I'm afraid that's a very complicated answer. Let's back things up a few moments. SEER, tell us about the vision you had.
Fucking Garfield. I take a deep breath as we all sit down. That was the moment I told them everything. How Valinor was destroyed by the Triumvirate. I told them about the blaze and the agony. How the man who led the attack had a mystical blade. Not only did it kill Ulrich, but it killed me as well. When I finished my story, I met with silence. They look amongst themselves in shock and confusion. That's fine. It's a lot to process all at once. Dots. Dots. Dot. Dot. Dot.
Just as I expected. It was only a matter of time before you saw it. That is, if the spirits truly cared about our protection.
Wait, slow down a minute. How do we know nothing was lost in translation? Remember how abstract visions are known to be?
I can confirm that an attack is imminent. Besides, Valessa, you know visions aren't like that. The spirits have gotten strong enough. That's no longer an issue.
But this can't be true.
It is. And unfortunately, it's just the start. There are still some important matters at hand. Before I send you off, I'll tell you everything.
He smiles at each of us before taking a deep breath. Prepare for some exposition, motherfuckers! I noticed large bags under his eyes, signs of unrest. He must have been living with this secret for a while.
I didn't want to tell you until you needed to know. I'm just lucky that this vision waited until I was ready. The Triumvirate wants to occupy Valinor, as they did Mazeo. I know what you three lost in Mazeo, and I'm sorry, but what they plan to bring to Valinor is far, far worse. Punishment for my father's involvement with the rebellion.
Wow, they just want to punish one dude by burning down a whole country. That's really fucked. Just like that empty armor seemed to imply. So Valinor did have some relation to the rebellion. And it wasn't just during Miles' short reign either.
We're supposed to be nonpartisan.
Yeah, that's our whole deal. Why would your father do that to us?
I'll never forgive you, Miles. Your father is responsible for all of this? He betrayed Valinor the moment he helped them.
Wow.
Understandable, but this is not my fault. Surely you know about my father's disappearance. But have you heard the stories of the recent rebel victory?
No.
Rebel victory?
Yeah, what about that?
The blade that the SEER mentioned. It was taken from the Triumvirate. Without it, they are weak and vulnerable.
Oh shit.
But it was not an easy feat to accomplish. In their pursuit of the blade, many people died, including the leader of the rebellion itself.
Shit.
The new leader, Damek, sent it here for safekeeping. I hid it in the grand tree where no one would find it. I want you to take it and seek out Damek in Mazeo.
Oh shit.
Hey, slow down. This makes sense to you, but it's all a blur to us. Your father was one of the men that died to get this blade?
Indeed he was, Fortem. The rebel
Fortem.
leader's death, my father's disappearance, I'm afraid those are intricately connected.
Connected!
You mean...
Yes, I do. My father didn't work with the rebellion. He created it. The first allegiance in Valenor's entire history.
Whoa.
Dude, what the
He formed an allegiance with insurgents in Mazeo. Together, they grew and created a large army. Large enough to steal the Triumvirate's sacred blade.
Damn!
I don't understand why he'd do that. We're fine on our own. We always have been.
Yeah, as long as no one takes advantage.
Times are changing and leaving us behind. I'm afraid that Valinor is a dying culture, Valessa. What I am about to tell you must not leave this room.
Well, I'm live streaming it, so maybe you should have told me that shit first, because now all of 9 people watching this live will be able to know, and it'll be well out of this as soon as I upload it. A couple hundred people at least. Not a very good secrecy plan, Midas.
What is it?
You know of Salberg, right? How it houses the spirit idol of Valinor.
Now I do.
Yes, of course. But it's been blocked off for a long time. I've never gone to see a spirit idol in person.
I'm afraid it might remain that way. Seer, on the eve of your birth, it went dark. Valinor is living unlimited spiritual energy.
Oh, shit.
There's no way I believe that, Milas. Our connection with the spirits is eternal.
I wish that were the case, Fortem. It pains me to say this, but it's true. You are the last seer we shall ever have.
Yeesh.
Normally, the spirit idol chooses a child. That child is imparted with a surge of spiritual energy. When they pass away, it does the same to the next generation. But you, seer, it gave everything to you. Like the spirit realm is making one final push. I don't know why, but I have my theories.
Sounds like the spirits have given up on us. Perhaps we took their gift for granted and abused them. Without that idol and their energy, what will happen to us?
I expect that Valinor will become like any other nation. We'll take history into our own hands, rather than act on guidance. It's not a bad thing, and I don't think the spirits gave up on us. In fact, I think it's the opposite. They're placing all of their hope on us. The seer and that blade can save us all.
Yeah.
Back to that blade again? What does that have to do with all of this?
It's not an ordinary blade, as you've been told. In order to harness it, you need remarkable strength. Or, in other words, a vast amount of spiritual energy. Seer, I think the spirits chose you to wield this blade. To take it, join the rebels in Mazeo, and defeat the Triumvirate. I know this is asking a lot of you, but we always follow their lead. Valinor may be attacked, but we can rebuild from the ashes. Our true goal here should be the destruction of the Triumvirate. History should be in our hands, not in the hands of unjust gods.
Damn. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, fucking dot.
So that's why your father formed this alliance? To take control of our history in the spirit's absence? And to make sure the Triumvirate doesn't dictate our future?
He wanted to strengthen our bonds with outsiders as well. Without visions, we have to take things as they come. Foresight helped us out, but we won't always have it. What we do have, however, is the potential of the seer. I think that's why he sacrificed himself to get this blade. He knew that you'd be able to wield it and achieve liberation.
Damn.
Please, take the blade and flee to Mazeo. When the ceremony is supposed to start, I'll tell the people. They're all rounding up, so it'll be easy to evacuate. We might be a bit behind, but we'll meet in Mazeo. There's lots to plan, and little time to plan it. We'll need new homes and blades for any volunteers. As far as I can tell, this is not up for debate. If you think it is, then consider it an order from your elder. Leave as soon as you are able, and we'll meet again soon.
He stands up and walks the fuck away. Moments later, he's back to his usual business. We exchange glances with another, overwhelmed.
Listen, I'm gonna try and be the voice of reason here. Milas said a lot of stuff, and it could be true or false. But if an attack is coming, we should go either way. Especially if there's a weapon we can use. I think we should grab it from the Grand Tree first. Again, not siding with anyone here, just using logic.
Yeah, you're right. We do the same thing, even if Miles didn't tell us to. Find something to defend ourselves with, and leave Valenorth. But he said the spirits gave you all their power? And they cut their influence from Valenorth for good? This changes Alestia's entire history, not just our actions.
Oh shit.
I can't say I fully understand, but it makes sense. Miles' father foresaw all this and took action. I feel hatred, but at the same time, I feel hope.
I feel that every time I go on a date.
Let's take this one step at a time, Valessa. We'll grab the weapon and make our way out of here. The rest can fall into place as we move on.
We nod and stand up as well. With an attack on the way, we had to move. Milas... Shit, I lost my place. Would take care of evacuating everyone else. If we got that blade first, Sophie couldn't use it.
So, to the Grand Tree then?
To the
We'll
tree!
try to maintain one modicum of sanity. It's not like our lives
Modicum.
just turned around.
Modicum. Heh.
I'm sure we'll manage as long as we're together. I'm not giving up on any of you. I promise.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing we can't do if we all pitch in. Let's go to the Grand Tree and get that blade.
Hell yeah! More. Fine. Parallel Chronicle, Damek 2. Damek conversed with Grizz, the mayor of Mazeo. There was much to be done before the rebellion could settle down. But first on his agenda was procuring the city's underground tunnels. A place to operate in secrecy would be essential to their continued success.
Come on, Grizz, this must be possible. Even their honor guard barely monitors the place. When they do, they're oblivious to our existence. If we don't push them, they won't push back. Although, one final push might be required. Either way, we need that deed as a rightful claim.
Damek, for the last time, it's not so simple. If the Triumvirate knew I was helping you, they'd kill me. I wouldn't be surprised if they damaged Mazeo as well.
Oh, come on, it's not that risky. We'll operate silently. They'll never know.
Everything has a paper trail, Damek. They keep track of every step I take. At the end of the day, I'm still their general. I understand that you want those tunnels, but it would be too risky. They'd find us out. I'm not gambling with my life, understand?
With them, it's a gamble, I'll give you that. But with me, I'll have you know it's a certainty. I don't think you know how much we need those tunnels.
Damek, is that a threat?
Of course not. We're too close for that. Close enough that you won't have to find out. I'm sure we can come to some sort of deal.
Mazeo is rubbed off on you. I'd expect such tactics from pirates, not you. I have to say, you'd need something big to woo me.
Damek walks up to the desk and puts his dick on it. Places some papers down. Papers. He looked up at Grizz with a smile, who returned only shock.
They dig for 20 years and find nothing. I use my forces and we find it in days. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is it.
Damek, I don't believe this. This is what I've been looking for. You must tell me where it is.
A deed might sweeten the deal for me. Besides, you can report this finding to the Triumvirate. They'll be so ecstatic they won't notice anything else.
It is a big deal, and it might sate them. But they'd likely send forces here immediately. You want me to put a target on your new HQ?
Actually, their forces will be preoccupied. I have word that they're undertaking another mission. We'll have plenty of time to occupy and fortify.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you found it, Damek. If you want the deed, you must give me exclusive access. Nobody else can touch it. I have my plans, and that's final.
Of course, I'd be more than happy to, but you might have to wait a bit longer. Tapping into it requires some special means. But I promise you won't be waiting much longer. So please, if you would hand over the deed, and once they arrive, it's all yours.
Damn. Well, he's kind of using our immediate death as a bargaining chip, but that's, you know, kind of required, I guess, in these sort of circumstances. Ooh, look at this fucking Dark Souls-esque building with all the candles and the lighting and the blah. So he left the chambers of his masters remaining in shock. The truth of things had been explained, and he was surprised. He knew it would take a while before he accepted these revelations.
Such a truth. And to think I never knew. This will change everything about my approach.
Master, you seem unwell. We leave tomorrow. You should get some rest. I know I'm not the one to give orders, but please.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It seems there is more to this attack than we knew. The Triumvirate just finished explaining our true objective.
Our true objective? Sovi, what is the meaning of this?
I don't think I'm able to tell you, Halen. They trusted me alone with this information. Perhaps you can visit them on your own time.
Typical. Teasing me with information and pulling rank. I want to prove myself, Sovi. I want to be at your side.
Trust me, that would be wonderful. But this is different. It changes everything. It would be better to hear it directly from them.
All right, all right. I have to say, you seem quite distressed. I'll go talk to them, but take my advice and rest.
I'm afraid there's no time for that, Halen. I'm going to speak with the prisoner. He's coming too.
Oh shit.
Shane is coming with us? Sovi, that doesn't make any sense.
It seems a run-in with the rebels is likely. To that end, I've come up with a fitting punishment. When you're done with our masters, meet me back here.
Yes, of course. I'm ready to take action at a moment's notice. And now, something tells me we will be.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I am not too pleased. Now a whole another fucking section of examining shit. Let's talk to our allies. Allies. Hey. What do you think about all this?
You mean everything that Milas told us?
No, everything that's on the fucking China Palace menu.
I can hardly believe it, but the spirits would never lie to us, right? I can't believe the Triumvirate is our enemy. I know they had their reasons with Mazeo, but there's no reason to attack Valenorth. Not at all.
What do you think about the fucking Triumvirate?
I always thought they were good rulers. Sometimes you have to make tough decisions. Mazeo shocked us all, but we've all moved on. There's also a line you're not meant to cross, though. Burning down an innocent village is way past that. No goal could justify what they plan to do with Valinor.
What's in store for Valenor's future?
I don't know. I usually look to you when I think about that. But without spiritual energy, things will change. We're up in mountains, and the spirits keep us warm. Without them, Valinor would freeze and wilt away. We'd have to migrate to Mazeo, like Mila said. One thing I know is that the Triumvirate is ruined. There's no way people will side with this attack. It's only a matter of time before word starts spreading. I think I need to concern myself with the Alestia's future. The rebellion will probably be swarming with new recruits. We can fight back so no one else loses their home.
Yeah, and when you unite and you take them down.
And it all starts with that special blade. I guess we should head to the Grand Tree. No sense leaving without it, right?
No shit. What do you think about the blade?
I'll decide when I see it. You and Milas made it seem really incredible. But at the end of the day, it's just a sword. I doubt it'll be the turning point of this battle. Of course, I wouldn't mind being proven wrong. What else can you tell me about it?
It's more than a blade, it just looks like one. The lackey took down our entire village with it. It steals life to grow an army. Ugh. Now let's go with the stealing life one, because that's... Spoof. Stop being a fucking idiot. It's less morbid.
So, the more he killed, the more he had to serve him? And Ulrich's life powered a bunch of armored suits? That means their army could always outnumber Alestia.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see why it might be a threat. But we won't be stealing life like that, right? We should keep it from them and limit their numbers.
I never use it like they did. Jesus.
Good. I was starting to worry. Without that blade, their army's finite. They
Finite.
can't hide behind numbers like before.
Are you ready to leave Valinor?
There's something I never thought I'd hear. Thousands of seers, and they never left Valinor. Guess we're meant to play bigger roles than we thought.
I suppose so, Missy.
But to answer your question, no, I'm not ready. Unfortunately, my opinion doesn't count for much. I'll have to come to terms with this as we move on.
You could talk to me if you want, Melissa.
No, I wouldn't want to trouble you. You have enough going on. I'd just be a bother. Thanks for the offer, though. I'll keep it in mind.
Now let's talk to Fortame.
Hey,
Hey. What do you think about all this? Let's start from the same place.
It's a little overwhelming, to be honest. I know I acted all cool, but I'm not really sure. I'm used to a simple life. Now that's all gone.
Yeah, no shit.
As far as I know, Valinor is the last spiritual nation. If we lose our connection, what's going to happen? Will Alestia just be completely devoid of spirits? And not only that, but the Triumvirate being evil? As far as I know, they've always been benevolent. I know what we lost in Mazeo, but I've moved on.
I don't feel
Anyway,
comfortable with
I
that
can
language.
process all of that later. I'm more worried about what's going to happen to us. Not Valinor or Alestia. Just you, me, and Valessa.
Quite selfish of you. What do you know about the Triumvirate? What do you know about the Triumvirate? Just fucking yeah! I'm sure we'll be fine as long as we stick together.
Yeah, definitely. We're a team for a reason. There's nothing we can't handle.
I mean, there are a lot of things we couldn't actually handle. A hot potato would be one.
I'm ready whenever you are. Let's grab that blade and head to Mazeo. Whatever you need, I'll be by your side.
Hell yeah. And you can be, no need to act cool with me, you can be open.
Thanks. That means a lot to me. But I wouldn't want to come off as whiny. Right now, we need to combine our strengths. The pity party seems appealing, but it'd be a waste. We can't afford to throw away the sacrifice of Mila's father.
What do you know about the Triumvirate?
Nothing anymore, I'm afraid. It seems their goals have changed to conquest. With Mazeo, it made sense. But not with us. I thought they were our gods. Our protectors. I'm starting to doubt that they even cared. I mean, was this their goal all along? All 4 nations, under their thumb. If they just asked first, we could have cut a deal. But straight to violence? I don't get it.
I wish we could have resolved this peacefully.
Yeah, and part of me wishes we still could. I mean, the attack hasn't happened yet. But I know that's a stupid wish to have. You don't beg for your life against those odds. They're coming with everything they've got. And from what you said, their power is incredible.
Are you ready to leave Valinor?
I never thought I'd be leaving Valinor. In fact, I came to terms with that a long time ago. But here I am, leaving it behind for good. And I'm scared. Everything I've read about the outside world is scary. Piracy, deathly cold, and even deathly heat. We had it good here. A really nice middle ground. This is where it gets confusing for me, though. Mazeo was supposed to be safer because of the Triumvirate. They occupied it, with force, but they've kept it peaceful. They could easily do the same thing to Valinor, but killing everyone? And burning it to the ground? They've crossed a line that no one ever should.
I'm sure they had other fucking things in mind.
Maybe Dominic will tell us more about that. I'm sure there's a lot to catch up on. This rebellion isn't exactly new. I'm willing to bet there's more at play. But with Valinor, there's nothing secret at all. They're planning to raise our village, plain and simple. You mentioned that it might be for the blade? That excuse would never fly for an attack this large. At least for Mazeo, they said they were fighting piracy. I'm sure they want their blade back, but yeah, that desire and this attack are two separate things. I'm sure we'll find out the truth if we keep moving forward.
Anything we should do before we go?
I wouldn't mind taking one last look at the village. It's so weird, knowing that an attack is coming. This could be the last time we see our homes. How are we just supposed to accept that? I expect we'll have plenty of time to grieve, but is that something we should really have to do? We don't have to look around, but I'd appreciate it. If I find something I want to take with me, I'll grab it. I'd much rather leave Valinor behind with no regrets.
No shit. Alright, we won't leave until you're ready.
Thank you so much. I can't put my finger on it, but I know I'm not ready. One last walk through Valinor is all I could ever ask for.
Look at the table. I examined the table looking at the scattered pieces of paper. Miles is deep in his studies, but I really hate to bother him. I want to read some as well, but so I try to grab something he's put aside.
On Valinorth's blood leaves.
Oh my god!
It doesn't look like it at first glance. Valinorth has actually settled high atop the mountains of Alestia. Many believe that it is the spiritual energy that keeps our village and its surrounding areas warm. But the reach of this energy is not infinite, and it cannot affect the colder climate seen in Eastcrown. We don't venture into Eastcrown simply because our bodies would not be able to handle it. Either way, that is a separate story, and I wish to touch upon the blood leaves native to Valinor. At the very top of the grand tree, for an unknown reason, the leaves grow a crimson red. We have no explanation for this, though some people believe that these are the tears from the departed, trying to reach our physical realm. A superstition, to say the least. Every few years, a gale of cold wind comes from Eastcrown and assaults the canopy of Valinor. This causes many of the leaves to wilt and fall off. The wind carries these dead leaves on a journey through Alestia's skies, including the aforementioned blood leaves. The rest of the world sees the falling of the blood leaves as an omen, a portent of bad things to come. The sky being painted red with these leaves may look scary to some, but those who live in Valinor see it as a natural event. The Elder of Valinor.
Eastcrown is a pretty scary place. I've thought about going there, but I'm too scared. Apparently, it's cold enough to kill you in minutes.
Apparently.
The fall of the blood leaves is beautiful, though. I've seen it a couple of times since I was born. Not sure what other purpose Eastcrown serves.
There's one more book we have to find in this fucking room. Let's click on this. Miles isn't using this desk, so I assume it's fair game. I push aside a few papers looking for anything of note. A book on Solberg grabs my interest as he brought it up. Apparently the spirit idol that has stopped giving off energy.
Valinor's line of seers. The seers of Valinor are constant peace. Everyone in Valinor lives a simple and happy life under the guidance of the spirit realm. There's only one seer or seeress per generation, and their birth is marked by a surge of energy emanating from our spirit idol located in Solberg. There's a rotation of guards who watch the idol when birth is expected to take place. If there can only be one seer or seeress at any given time, and the spans of time without them are very small, we can accurately predict when another shall be given to us. With Valinor's small population, it is very rare for multiple births to happen on one night. However, that is not the purpose of my writing. I wish to discuss what was observed on the night of the most recent generation. Typically, the spirit idol will have a burst of light and energy before returning to a dim state. However, at the latest birth, there was no dim state. Only darkness remained when the final seer was given to us. The implications that this has on the future of both Valinor and Alestia are too large to even fathom. We must simply take each day as it comes, knowing our dependence on the spirits will grow smaller and smaller. Now, we must come to rely on the rest of Alestia, instead of only ourselves. I will seek out potential partners in the future. The Elder of Valinor.
Oh my god.
I had no idea that they were hiding such a secret. Valinor could run out of spiritual energy for good? The cold from Eastcrown could easily kill us off.
Yeah, no shit.
Listen, don't worry. It could be thousands of years before we run out. Besides, at this point, it's still conjecture.
Alright, we read all the books. We've done all the things. We could keep examining, but I do not fucking feel like it. So I'm going to go ahead and head to the next place, which by the looks of it is the Grand Tree. The Grand Tree towers above everything else in Valinor, and we shall examine its inner workings in the next episode. Thank you all very much for watching this episode of fucking reading, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I have been the trained unprofessional, speaking for the voices in my head when I say, fare thee well. Bye, everyone!